Labour had a long, dark night under the leadership of someone you will know well, Tony Blair. Jeremy Corbyn was one of his most inveterate opponents, and Blair kept him on the very back of the back benches. The proximate cause of Jeremy Corbyn becoming the leader of the Labour Party was Tony Blair, not just because Blair bankrupted Labour and Britain of all credibility with his conduct with George W. Bush in the Iraq War, but perhaps even more importantly, because Blair and the so-called centrist politics that he represented, indeed championed and led, have led to the immiseration of millions of people in Britain, have led to the atomization of the British working class to the point where 13 million of our people, out of 65 million, are living officially in poverty, where 7 million of our children are living officially in poverty, where 2 million of our people are living in food banks for their daily nutritional needs. Charity is feeding a substantial number of the British people. Jeremy Corbyn opposed the neoliberal austerity politics of Tony Blair. And so when Labour came crashing to its knees in 2015, when the post-Blair and Brown leadership of Ed Miliband took Labour down to just 29% of the popular vote in Britain, the members had a choice. They were at a crossroads. Do they go further and further down the road that parties like them all across Europe had gone and into oblivion, or did they strike out in an entirely new direction? And that's what they chose to do. Since when all hell has broken loose, Jeremy Corbyn has been the recipient of a tidal wave, a tsunami of deep state subversion, state-sponsored propaganda, and smeared, slandered, defamed, and lied about at every turn. He's been accused of being a Soviet agent, a KGB spy, a Czech spy. He's been accused of being a friend of Hezbollah, a friend of Hamas, a friend of Irish terrorism. There is nothing, frankly, that he has not been accused of. And yet, it hasn't made any difference. When Britain faced an unexpected general election 2 years into Corbyn's leadership, he shocked the political establishment to its core by leading Labour to its best result since 1945, imagine. Transforming the Labour vote from 29% to 40%. And but for a very few thousand votes in the right places, we would have been talking about Jeremy Corbyn Prime Minister today. Just imagine that. Whether Corbyn can survive as the Labour leader and if he can ever become the British Prime Minister is what we will be discussing today. And if he did become Prime Minister, what kind of Britain would be the result?